The end of the world. I certainly don't see climate change as being the end of the world. I see it as being the beginning of the next phase of our human history in bringing about our kind of transition to a low carbon economy. We're trying to develop evidence and analysis that says that the market's not the best way of dealing with climate change. To a large extent, the market has kind of created climate change, and now we're expecting the market to solve it, and it's not going to work. In fact, what we're seeing at the moment is opportunities for business to profit from climate change rather than actually kind of lowering their emissions. The system of carbon trading that we're seeing at the moment is largely relying on the principle of polluter profits rather than polluter pays. And what we're trying to make people aware is the fact that people can't sit back and complacently wait for the Kyoto Protocol to deal with the problem, because it's not going to happen. And there's an urgent need for real changes to our society to be made, rather than just relying on elaborate shell games of creative accountancy like emissions trading under the Kyoto Protocol. You're just buying the peace of mind with climate change, that you can still take these short-haul flights, you can still go on exotic holidays twice a year, and you don't have to worry about climate change because you've bought your offset, you've done your bit, and therefore it's no longer a matter of concern. It's very dangerous selling this peace of mind at the moment, because with regards to climate change, it just shouldn't exist. The fact is, we should be worried. We shouldn't be going into a full-on panic mode, but we should be extremely concerned, and we should be placing a very high priority on making genuine changes to our lifestyles, to our economies, and to our societies in order to deal with the threat of climate change.
Here we go.
People need to ask more profound questions about climate change, rather than the focus just being on people's individual lifestyles, about kind of changing light bulbs and driving the car less and not flying so much. I think these are all kind of important things that need to be taken into account, but it's only part of the story. And I think we need to be asking why climate change has come about in the first place, why there's such resistance to effectively dealing with climate change and bringing about the serious cuts that are needed, and why governments are failing in their responsibility to really take it seriously and hold the business community and industry accountable for not taking action on climate change. The biggest opportunity or potential for positive social change in dealing with climate change is the fact that we can't go on with our current economic system, whereby year upon year there has to be economic growth, which is based on the ever increasing extraction and consumption of fossil fuel resources. And that's kind of a big opportunity, I think, for us to replace this kind of economic system with something that's more equitable, something that's less ecologically rapacious, and something that provides more satisfaction and meaning in people's lives, rather than people defining themselves by what they consume and how much money they earn. It's a question of bringing about the kind of positive, necessary changes as soon as possible, and not being overwhelmed by the magnitude of the threat.